Government be watching you while you're watching Cashin in? You better tune in to this one. Hackers reportedly found a way to access built-in cameras in those new smart TVs, and with the government already snooping through phone records and emails. Michelle, could your TV be next?
Oh, yeah. If you get one of these TVs, Eric, you're basically getting a new roommate. His name is the NSA, and you can kiss the Fourth Amendment goodbye. We already know that companies like Microsoft are willing to cooperate with NSA, and a new report from Reuters came out that said that local law enforcement agencies are taking information surveillance from the NSA and arresting Americans because of that surveillance. So what you're doing is you're inviting the government into your home. That, to me, is very dangerous.
So, Wayne, you have to be careful what you wear when you're watching TV. They might flip the switch and be watching you right back.
That's true, Eric, and I agree. It's a terrible thing to have the government watching you for anything. I want to get the federal government out of all of our life. However, nobody is forcing you, once again, to buy that particular television that has that camera in it. It's like buying a gun. You know a gun can kill somebody. It might even kill you if you own the gun. So you got to be careful. So if you buy that television that has that camera in it, you're taking that risk. You don't have to take that risk. Nobody's forcing you.
Wayne, nobody's forcing you, but you buy the TV with the expectation that government isn't going to be surveying at you, eating Cheetos and watching Fox News Channel. I mean, Eric, it's pretty scary. And in fact, why should we trust that the government
Jonathan,
is not going to take a look at it?
you do everything with the government and not expecting them to look at you, but they are.
Well, of course. And that's the point, is that we can't trust them. And they lie to Congress, lie to the American people, and, Eric, continue to fight what I believe is a real unreal war on militant Islam. You know, they're surveying and shaking down honest Americans, meanwhile turning a complete blind eye to the growing threat overseas.
Right, hold on, let me bring Emily in here. Emily, on Friday, the Wall Street Journal, a week ago, the Wall Street Journal ran an article about how the FBI can turn on your microphone on your cell phone. They can literally use a hacker technique. They call it a hacker technique, and they can flip the switch. They can hear what you're saying. Who's to say the FBI doesn't want to do the same thing in your home?
No, I mean, absolutely. I think that right now we live in a world where we can work under the assumption that anytime there is technology that is outgoing can also be incoming, or incoming can also be outgoing. You know, they can turn on videos to watch you at home or your phones. Hackers have been doing this. They were accessing bank accounts. And I think we need to look at the private industry and how much information they have on you. You know, Google has much more information and can use it much more effectively than anything the government to do. I think that we actually should be looking holistically at this. And President Obama did meet last week with tech executives to start talking holistically about a larger conversation of data.
But it's the government who's forcing them to give the information up. I mean, they have the information, but it's the government who's asking for it.
I mean, I don't have a problem with the government asking. I don't have a problem with the government asking. I have a problem when they violate the Fourth Amendment, when they take it without probable cause. The Fourth Amendment says probable cause. This is a funny one, though, because as of right now, it's hackers that have figured out a way into this thing. And my point was, well, if the IRS has admittedly targeted conservatives, we know they're corrupt. Why, and the IRS is working with the NSA, who's working with the DEA and the FBI. Who's to say that they're not all going to have access to all this stuff, John?
Yeah, and Eric, I mean, when there's hackers and systems, companies have a very vested interest in cracking down on those hackers and building the most secure, safe internet systems and computer systems, communication systems possible. But to Michelle's point, when government comes, they don't hack. They demand. They deal by force. So whether it be internet records, whether it be phone records, it could be you sitting on the couch next.
We gotta go. We do NSA snooping stuff better than any show on television. We're going to say thank you to Michelle Fields and Emily Tish Sussman for joining us this week.